Thank you so much. The next music composition, it's called The Flow of Tributary. This music composition is depending upon the rainwater, tributary, river, and ocean. Thank you so much. The last we done that music composition is called The Lost Love. And now we are going to playing here, Walk into the Village. And it's the story of a beautiful village of Kerala and a bulla cart journey. Thank you so much. Next, we are going to the music composition called Starang. Sarang is a composition, it's based upon a Carnatic raga called Hamsathwani. Thank you. Next music composition, it's a gift to the all Karnataka friends, and we are dedicating this song for them. Yeah, sure.
Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and hope you're enjoying this evening. Music is universal, and I'm sure it's enthralling all of you today evening. And I think we should give a big round of applause to these musicians who are here, who are creating a wonderful experience and a wonderful evening for all of us. One more round of big applause for all of them. On this beautiful evening, I would like to invite Mr. Govind Mohan, Secretary, Minister of Culture, Government of India, onto the stage to share his thoughts and views on today's evening to all of us. Mr. Govind Mohan, please.
Good evening to all of you. Our esteemed friends, guests from the 29 countries across the globe who are part of our culture working group, and the representatives of the multilateral organizations who are helping us negotiate our way through this working group. We welcome you once again to this beautiful place, Hampi, one of the most exquisite, picturesque sites in India, and I would dare say across the world. Good evening also to Mrs. and Mr. Jindal, our wonderful hosts, and the entire family of the Jindal Steel Works, who have been the most gracious hosts imaginable, and who have, over the last few months, worked patiently with our teams to create all these exquisite experiences that you've been witness to this afternoon and this evening. And finally, my friends from the Government of India, who are helping us in putting together this working group meeting. I would not like to say very much about the culture working group except for the fact that despite being the youngest working group in the G20 ecosystem, it's only about 3 years old. With all your diligent efforts and your cooperation and your painstaking encouragement at every step, we have made wonderful progress. And as compared to the other working groups that we are aware of, ours is one group which has consistently been adding notches to its successful journey so far. We hope to continue the same in the next 2 days of deliberations, and we look forward to working intensely with you over the next couple of days to take forward the language of the joint declaration, to iron out our collective mutual differences and aspire to create some kind of a unanimity which will strike a very resonant chord with not only the India's G20 presidency, but also with all the future presidencies where culture will play an increasingly more and more significant role. Once again, I would like to thank the Jindal Steel Works and their owners, Mr. Sajjan Jindal and Mrs. Sangeeta Jindal, who have, and I must tell you here that this exquisite exhibition which you witnessed just before coming here, this was actually going live sometime in January, February 2024. And it is only because we made a personal request to Mrs. Jindal that we would like to have it previewed during our culture working group, that she not only accelerated the pace of that exhibition to have it ready by the time you came here, but actually this is entirely their effort. The resources are theirs, the curators are theirs, and they have gone the extra mile to, to give you this experience. We are extremely grateful to them. Our heartfelt gratitude to the Jindal family and to the Jindal Steel Works and their employees and their officers who are present here today with us. I will leave with my last words to you today, that enjoy the rest of this evening, because from tomorrow onwards you have some tough times ahead of you. My Joint Secretary Lily has planned back-to-back very sort of hectic sessions, and we are all going to be consumed by these efforts. So this is the last evening when you can actually let your hair down and have a good time. Next 2 days, it's going to be tough for you. And I would now like to invite our gracious host, Mr. Jindal, to come here and say a few words to welcome our delegates and also to tell us about this wonderful campus that they